Oil might be the most important commodity in the world, but right now the price is close to zero. It's sitting in tankers and anywhere else that they can find space. There's a huge glut since the demand is so low. Nobody wants to cut production and lose revenue, but with prices at rock bottom, it's not helping the situation either. The Fed stepped in again, expanding one of their alphabet soup of programs, but nobody even cares at this point. A reset of the monetary system might be imminent. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we are going to start by talking about oil. That's one of the major topics I want to get into. We have to look at what's happening in the economy. I have several economic indicators. I'm going to show you what's happening with shipping. I need to talk about Jeffrey Gundlach and the Fed and gold. There's so much to cover. Not sure how I'm going to do it all, but let's begin. Quick update on what's happening with the bailout program. At least 13 public companies give back $170 million in small business stimulus money. Others say they'll keep it. So we have seen this back and forth. The big companies were taking from the small business loans. There's a lot of controversy surrounding this. I'm just showing you the new information today. Here you can see the oil price, WTI crude at $11 a barrel. It's been fluctuating. It was down, it was up, but regardless, we're looking at this near historic lows. It is unbelievable to see how far this has come down considering where it was a few years ago. Don't forget that a barrel of oil was over $100 a barrel a few years ago, and time really flies, but you saw that coming down to $30 a barrel. And it went up again and it traded within a range for quite some time. But then we saw the futures actually go into the negative territory, something that we have never seen before. When you look at it in real terms, when you see what's happening all around the world today, this should be a shocker, not just for those in the industry, not just for those trading it, but to everyone. Here you can see the most popular oil ETF, USO, and it's interesting to see what retail traders have done specifically. As the price has come down, you could see exactly what they did. They bought the dip. The unfortunate part is, as they were buying this dip, you could see how it starts to come up, the price fell further. There's something else about this. When you buy an ETF, you are not buying, in this case here, that commodity. You are not buying the commodity, you're buying a stock. Now that company has to manage whatever it is that they're buying. Here, if they're buying oil futures, they have to do it right. They have to make sure they don't screw this up, because if they start losing, this oil is going to turn sour. The best indicator of how the US industry is reacting is the rapid drop in the number of oil rigs in operation. Last week, that fell to a 4-year low. Oil companies ran about 650 rigs in the US. By Friday, more than 40% of them had stopped working. Production needs to slow down. It's the smack in the face the market needed to realize this is serious. Of course, I'm going to be keeping track on all of this, what's happening to oil, as well as all the events that are taking place. This article here is talking about Houston specifically. We are going to be hit disproportionately hard and probably will have a longer recovery period, because once the world gets back on track, it's going to take probably several years for the imbalance in the oil markets gets to a point where all the oil prices come back substantially. So remember that. Don't expect this thing to just turn around, particularly in areas that are heavily reliant on oil. There are two things that Jeffrey Gundlach had to say. I wanted to start with this one. He is shorting the market, saying a retest of the low is very plausible. I think a retest of the low is very plausible. People don't understand the magnitude of the social unease, at least that's going to happen when 26 million plus people have lost their job. That's what I'm talking about. I have brought this up so many times before. I've been tracking the progress. I know you've been watching this the entire time. 26 million people, that's a big impact, and the number's going to grow. Next week we get the numbers. The next week after we get the numbers, this is going to get worse and worse and worse, because we know there's a backlog. There are many people that have been trying to get in, but they can't. And then there's this. Gundlach says LQD corporate bond fund looks like the most overvalued bond asset because of the Fed. The LQD ETF has rallied nearly 23% since hitting a low on March 19th. The LQD looks to be about the most overvalued asset in the bond market to me. And we're talking about the so-called bond king saying that. This is really important to see the distortions that have been created by the Federal Reserve and all of their different alphabet soup of trash that they have created. It's unimaginable that they would have ever have gotten to this level, and still they are creating new programs. So the Federal Reserve made another announcement. They're expanding their municipal bond buying program as part of its efforts to keep money flowing for cash-strapped local and state governments. So they've already gone to this unprecedented level. They're going even further. There are more details in here. They're going to be buying more. That's what it means. More money printing, more expansion of the balance sheet, more devaluation of your currency. How do you feel about that? There's so many people who say, we got to bail out everybody now. Let's worry about the problems later. But this is what occurs. There's a problem today. Nobody wants to deal with it today. Let's deal with it later. A year passes, 2 years pass. Everybody forgets about it. They don't want to deal with anything there because everything started to come up. You're seeing the markets come up. You're seeing the jobs come up. No. Let the good times roll. But you haven't fixed the problems from before. You just band-aid over it. You just bandage over it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to deal with this, especially with the political cycles, the way that they work. Hey, let the next guy deal with those problems. And you see the deficits expand. You see the problems expand. Look how far the Federal Reserve has gone. Do you think for a second that they're going to let their balance sheet drop at this point? They started to taper off the amount that they're printing on the mortgage-backed securities and treasuries. But come on, we're looking at amounts that are so big historically still today that it just shows you the magnitude at how far they had taken it just a little while ago. And there's no telling how far they're going to expand this into the future. This is all being done day by day. They don't even wait for their meetings anymore. Previously, we would have to wait. They would have a meeting. We would know, okay, they're probably going to cut interest rates at this point. The stock market gets all excited about it, starts to get real giddy, it starts to get goosebumps and butterflies in their tummies. And of course, that pushes the market higher even before the announcement. They get the announcement, the stocks trade even higher as a result of this. But today, they don't even need that anymore because every week, the Federal Reserve is doing something new. They're going far beyond their mandate. Nobody cares. They're distracted right now. This is the perfect time for the Federal Reserve to take over for their siege. That's what we're dealing with. The Federal Reserve isn't the only one that has been expanding their programs. Check this out. The BOJ matched market speculation by pledging to buy unlimited amounts of government bonds, removing its previous target of 80 trillion yen per year. That's right. Why put a limit on this? We know you're going to take it off anyway. Well, here they are saying they're going to do whatever it takes. They will completely destroy the currency if they have to. And quite frankly, they've basically already signed that on the page. They know what's going to happen. We know that they're going to print it until it becomes worthless confetti. We know how much of the stock market the bank owns. We know how much of the bond market the bank owns. They're going into anything and everything, and suddenly one day they're going to wake up and they own 100% of all of the markets in Japan. Hold this at your own peril. It sharply raised purchases of corporate and commercial debt and eased rules for what debt would qualify. That's right. We'll buy anything and everything. Give us your garbage, we'll take it. The Bank of Japan going all in pretty much. Removes limits on Japanese government bond buys. Raises limits on corporate bond, CP buys. Removes price momentum from forward guidance. It looks like one of the world's biggest bond funds is about to get bigger. Japanese government securities as a percentage of the BOJ assets, 80%. Unbelievable how far they have expanded their ridiculous balance sheet. There's a race to the top or to the bottom, however you want to look at it. All the central banks are going for it right now. And do you think there's some correlation between what we've seen in the gold markets with what we're seeing with central banks? Of course. Demand surge. Gold coin minted bar sales in March jumped to the highest since 2013. This is coming from Perth, but no matter where you look around the world, we're going to see the same information. The physical metals are in short supply. The demand is crazy right now. We're looking at the central banks around the world, interestingly enough, becoming huge buyers of the gold. Some central banks, of course, other central banks completely eliminated their supply. But whenever you have a devaluation of the currency, people reach for gold. That's plain and simple. Now I want to talk about what's happening with food. USDA let millions of pounds of food rot while food bank demand soared. I've shown you the lineups. People for hours and hours stretched out waiting for their most basic need, food. They go into the reasons why this had to happen supposedly. I just look at it as another indicator. I think it's crazy to see the way that this system is built. It has to happen in such a way where everything must be perfect. If there's a breakdown somewhere along the chain, nothing works. That's what I see. Quote, "The food supply chain is breaking. Tyson Foods warns of meat shortage as plants close." You know you've got a very serious problem when those who are really needed along the chain are unable to provide people with that which they require, which they want to buy, but cannot. It's a big issue today, and I'm wondering what's going to happen in the coming weeks because there have been a lot of warnings, and they're coming from high-level people. I will end the video there. If you found it informative, hit that thumbs up button. When you do, you're supporting me. I want to thank you for that. Only 10% of people do, and I just wanted to say thank you for being part of the 10%. If you want some information that is not available to you here on my channel, I am consistently putting new data on my Patreon, on Twitter, on Instagram, and it's happening every single day. Check me out at The Money GPS. Learning e-commerce is an important skill, particularly as time moves on. It can be very confusing and convoluted, but just like with my videos, I made it very easy and not to mention free. 100% free. Check it out at theamazongps.com. If you are interested in learning about the financial system, the foundation, the history, the asset classes, how to make money, these two books cover it all. If you want to look through the pages for yourself, there's a link in the description. If you want the audiobook, themoneygps.com. This is such an important video. There's so much content in here and the days are just moving by so fast. It's hard to squeeze it all in, but this one really gets into a lot. Have you seen it yet? If not, click it. I'll see you there.